Hello and welcome to another series of the Ld2l Playoffs Season 6. We are here in the series between Redground Fanclub versus 14 Beers at Chillis. We are in the semifinals. Whoever wins this will go on to play in the grand finals of Ld2l Season 6. And we have our draft going on the way. Mirana, first ban, fuck that hero. Hollywood places, we ban it, says 14 Beers at Chillis. Redground Fanclub starting off with a treant ban, as well as banning out Wolf's famous lifestealer. Spirit Breaker, another ban, getting out of here. And Windranger being banned is the last ban for 14 Beers at Chile in this first banning phase. They also have first pick.
Radiant team pick.
Coddle, another broken support. Just ban it. Don't try to play around it. It's just it's stupid. It's stupid. I will see what's going to be the first pick for 14 Beers at Chili's. This is a best of 3 series, first game. So whoever loses this is not out yet, but their tournament lives are on the line.
5 seconds remaining.
4, 3, 2, 1. What's going to be the first pick? And they dip into reserve time. Still no first pick yet. I would say a good first pick would be offlaners. There's no offlaners has been banned. So something like Zanking or Lina. Lina, very strong position 4. Redground Fanclub now has to decide, do they want Sand King or not? Otherwise, I would say 14 Beers at Chillis can pick that up rather easily. Chakiro picked up for Hollywood, most likely. Another strong position 5. It's never really bad, except against Rubik, because Rubik is just a better Chakiro with stolen spells. Apart from that, that hero is always
10 seconds
a safe pick, I feel. Also doesn't reveal much, doesn't reveal about anything else going on in your lanes. And we have a Centaur. Centaur being picked up. That does leave Sand King in for 14 Beers at Chillis if they want to play that Sand King Lina. Devastating combo. Centaur Warrunner is going to be played by Big Titty Gardevoir Girlfriend. We'll see what's going to be the last pick of this first picking phase for 14 Beers at Chili's. Redground Fanclub in the quarterfinals had to go for 3 games. 14 Beers at Chili's, if I remember correctly, only went to 2 games. But in the end, Redground Fanclub deserved to be here, as well as 14 Beers at Chili's. There are only 4 teams left in the Ld2l's Season 6. We see a Warlock. Warlock being picked up, position 5. So the support duo for 14 Beers at Chillis is revealed. Unless it's a Lina mid. Then it hasn't been revealed yet. But that is, of course, something they can play around with having Warsaw as the mid player. Also, to notice, we have not only Big Titty Gardevoir, we also have Big Titty Bow. So both teams playing there with some big titties. Invoker being banned out. Warsaw plays a mean Invoker. You don't want to play against mean Invokers, so you just ban it. Visage getting banned out. White Joel Birch. He has a few cheese picks, and Visage being one of them. That does leave in the Ember so far. And there could be an Ember being picked up at this pick 15 or 17 for a Redground Fanclub. So far, I don't see too many ways to deal with Ember Spirit. Warlock, of course, is always nice with the counter initiation, but they have Centaur to just stampede away. So I'm not biggest fan of the reveal of both position 4 and 5. Like, you know what the offlane is gonna be. It's gonna be Centaur Warrunner, maybe with Chakiro. Although Chikiro is more commonly more used as a position for Sand King being banned out. I like this ban. It's also what I was gonna say. You had to have pick Sand King at this second pick because otherwise they're gonna ban it out.
Faceless Void.
Faceless Void pickup for in the pool. Yeah. They don't know the offlane that they're gonna go up against. There could be a Night Stalker being picked up here. Night Stalker with the silence, very strong against Faceless as well as a potential Ember pick. I mean, they are aware that Ld2l Birch is an Ember spammer. Everybody knows it. He's a fiery guy. So I'm sure they would have something in store if an Ember pick were to come out. It also, knowing that it's Faceless Void, you could pick something like a Slardar. Slardar might be able to like bully the Faceless out of the lane. Viper. Viper, rather early pick, but very good against Centaur as well as Faceless, putting the Nether Toxin down in the Chronosphere so he can't get bashes while he is hitting a target.
10 seconds remaining.
Another Viper is a stable of the Ld2l.
5 seconds remaining.
Stable pick. Let's see how Redground Fanclub is gonna respond to this. They are dipping into their reserve time. They still have a minute and a half left, so they are not afraid to use it. They are still looking for another support. Something with some more lockdown would be nice, but also I also feel like something to give a Chen pickup. We have a Chen pickup in Ld2l. What is this? Chen, very, very, very strong hero overall. We will see how effective he's gonna be. I played Chen myself a little bit. It's most likely the hero I know the best. So we'll see how this is gonna match up. You have quite a few. You don't really like to play against Viper as Chen, nor Bristleback, nor Warlock, I feel like. But it is, of course, it's good sustain. It also begs the question, is this a Chokiro 4 or a Chen 4? Chen 4 can be played, you play a little bit more aggressively, you play a little bit more in the jungle. And the Bristleback as the respawn can go off lane, can go safe lane if they wanted to play it safe lane as well. They could also play it as like position 1 that goes around killing stuff very early on. Spectre ban. They don't, like, so far 14 Beers at Chile has a lot of early game, and so they wanna take away the potential late game of a Spectre. And we see an OD ban. Are they thinking of picking Alchemist or something like that? And just have a push around 20-25 minutes around the timing with Radiance, possible BKB AC, and just push down against this Faceless while he needs farm.
Remaining.
Faceless can't really fight early on. Too early on. We'll see what's going to be the last pick.
Dire team pick.
Their last pick is going to be a Monkey King. Monkey King, Bristleback, Viper is their core trio. They have a lot of early game potential. I do think that can get kind of negated by Centaur as well as Chen, and Chikiro can simply macro pie the wave, and then you can't really hit towers. And if you can't do that, you like if the towers aren't being taken down, you can't invade their jungle really. You can't stop the Faceless from farming. Chen is gonna provide a lot of sustain especially if he goes headdress build, which is like you start with a headdress and your lane has pretty much a tango running the entire time you're there. We'll see. What's going to be the last pick for Redground Fanclub? They also need a mid laner. I do think Ember Spirit, I mean, there isn't a lot of lockdown. There is not a lot of lockdown. They don't really have silences apart from level 25 Viper, but counting on that is a bit So Ld2l Birch, I mean, he's known for Ember Spirit. I don't know why you wouldn't pick him Ember Spirit here. You also know it's a Lina Warlock support. Nobody else really can play support. Death Prophet. Death Prophet. I am worried for this lineup of 14 beers at Chillis. I am not gonna lie. It is an off lane Bristleback, mid Viper, and safe lane Monkey King. Safe lane Monkey King, if you can get ahead and get some farm going into a Radiance as well as Aghanim Scepter, that can deal a lot of damage. But you have an in the pool Faceless, you have Harambe Chen, beautiful set by the way, I wish I had it, and Jay playing the Chen here. We will see how this matchup of Monkey King against Centaur is gonna end up. So we will be seeing also the mid lane of two rather passive laners, I would say. Both Death Prophet as well as Viper not really doing too much in the lanes, apart from farming and pushing it out. The rotations around it definitely are gonna define this game. Oh, 9-6 win rate as Viper. Ooh, the Chen. That's a silver tier Chen. That's a silver tier Chen, and that is not something you want to see. That is not something you want to see. So we see here, we see Warsaw going mid on the Viper. We have top going Slinky on the Bristleback, supported by Big Titty Bow on the Lina. Safe lane is gonna be Cement on the Warlock, and at the moment a Courier, but it is Monkey King and it is Wafts on the Monkey King. Then Meanline on the Dire side, in the pool starting out with a stick. Interesting. You can buy stick at the side shop, the same as Quelling Blade, so you could just get additional regen. We see Jay on the Chen, not going headdress build. That is interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Sorry, I really like Chens. Big Titty Gardevoir on the Centaur, they are already smoked up. Ld2l Birch on the Death Prophet as well as Chakiro on Hollywood on Chakiro. Oh, he broke the smoke on the tower. Are they gonna get the kill here? Ld2l Birch finding the Warlock. He slept for a little bit. Are they gonna be able to get a stun though? It doesn't look like it. They don't have any stuns or any slows. I mean, that just was never gonna get anything, except maybe the bounty runes. Monkey King is gonna snatch the other one, except if, and it's a 3-for-1 for the Radiant. Top not going the way of the Dire wishes, and Slinky, good luck, have fun. He knows you just stole some bounty runes away from them. And Jay still holding his skill point, most likely going for Divine Favor, simply for the regen and the sustain in lane. And we see another duel here down bottom. Meanwhile, we see every lane, and we go, and of course to last hits and denies. How is it gonna happen? So 2 for 0, 1 for 0 for the Death Prof, 2 for Viper. And there is Goo level 1 on the Bristleback. That is gonna provide a lot of harass damage onto this Faceless, and Chen Vent Holy Persuasion level 1. I am not a fan of that. This Faceless might just be dead. He doesn't have another time walk. He's simply gonna walk off. But yeah, Holy Preservation level 1 means if you don't get a good creep with the which the Kobold isn't really, it's not the worst creep, but it's also not really a good creep. Means like if you got the Ghost Lady, that's pretty good. But apart from that, the Harpy, pretty nice. And there we have level 2 on Slink, and he's simply gonna trade with in the pool, and in the pool has to back down from this. Yeah, I am not a fan of this unless he's just going jungling, I guess. He's gonna stack. Okay, I mean, yeah, but you could be in lane helping your Faceless actually have a lane. So far, Faceless has 2 CS to the Bristleback 7 and 4. Like we see this, he doesn't really, like his regen would be so much better with Divine Favor. Well, this is what it is so far. Just gotta accept it and move on. Cement has Clarity running and simply doesn't get it cancelled. And we see the denies there. And everybody now level 2. He picked up Divine Favor at level 2, so is he gonna be able to deny his creep? He is gonna be able to deny the creep. Well played, well played. And I missed the first blood. I apologize. That was a stun into double edge as well as retaliate. Maybe not double edge only being picked up. But this lane here not going at all how they hoped for. There's a tip even. Monkey King doesn't have he didn't have money for a TP and he has to walk. Salmon just buy a town portal scroll and put it down for the I missed another kill for the Monkey King. And there are the tips. Yeah, in the pool, both safe laners having a terrible start to this game. Monkey King dying to the Centaur and Faceless dying to the Bristleback. The offlaners so far getting ahead. Slinky 14 CS, Big Titty Gardevoir on the Centaur 15 CS, and mid. And White Troll Bird simply gonna siphon some more soul away from the Viper. And in the pool, he time walks aggressively. If he gets stunned, he can take a lot of damage. But he has Jay behind him. So they are pushing this tower in. There should be a pull happening now from Jay. There's also the 5-minute runes which are coming up. And there's the pull. Getting 2 creeps, so they are gonna get denied. Slinky going on to in the pool. And the runes are coming up in 20 seconds. We will see if there's gonna be a fight around it. Big Titty Bow wanting another creep to steal from the Chen. He is not gonna get the deny this time. 12 gold for the Lina. But Chen is gonna go for the enemy's bounty rune. I like this play. How many bounty runes? They are gonna go on in the pool. He doesn't have his time walk. Is this gonna be another kill? No, Slinky will not pursue it. But it is gonna be 4 bounty runes for the side of Dire. And that's very, very good for Dire. Radiant not getting any of that team gold. And we'll see Big Titty Bow as well as Slinky. Are they gonna go aggressive now on the Void? They see Chen hasn't really been here for some time. He has another Purge creep. Let's see what he's gonna be able to do with it. Let's also see bottom. They seem to be going in, but Warlock, he is fine. He's healing himself up. There's another double edge. Chose not. There he uses the retaliate stack, and he's gonna turn it around, and he kills Wafts once again. Wafts in the animation of his boundless strike, which with the creep wave would have brought him up to full health, but he just underestimated the damage from the Centaur for a tiny bit. And Centaur having a Vanguard now worth 12 CS to the 30 of Centaur. That is not how you want your game to be running. Yeah, and there we see it. Centaur Warrunner has Vanguard. You have to be careful of these retaliate stacks. And meanwhile, Jay just continues farming. He is closing in on the CS of the Monkey King as well as the Faceless Void. That's not the sign you want to be having. And there we see they did block this small camp. Are they gonna get this creep? No. Overall, it's worth it to commit 4 Gen creeps. He's very sad when he loses a creep he wanted. Very, very sad. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, both people CSing. Like I said, like both are just pushing the lane out and then going to the jungle. Big Titty Bow, he's now out of mana. He has a Ring of Basilius. You see here down bottom. They didn't quite commit for this kill onto a Warlock. Warlock simply retreating. And now top, we see another Goose starting to stack up against this Faceless. He did go Magic Wand. I like this item very much, especially against Bristleback. Jay, he is still level 2 at 7 minutes. And he uses the banish, gets the deny, but in the pool he committed his time walk and the Chronosphere. Are they gonna get enough damage? Yes, he is getting the kill onto the Lina, but he got his Shen killed at the same time. So well played there, getting the Chrono, getting a kill onto the Lina. But I'm not sure, like he's just gonna get bullied by this Bristleback. And there is Viper Strike onto Hollywood. Is Hollywood dead? Hollywood is dead. White Joel Birch is gonna commit for this Viper, but there's a Lina here. She is not gonna land her stun though. And nothing much is gonna come out of this. Exorcism did get committed and he is gonna try to finish up this tower. Viper is gonna go back to base. Exorcism still left for about 10 seconds. And he's gonna try to make the most use of it. But Big Titty Bow, he deals quite a bit of damage. Warsaw coming back in full health, has Arcane Boots. And the deny onto the tower. That's not what you want to happen. But it happens. Big Titty Gardevoir going into face boots now. Has them on the courier, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Face boots on the Centaur. And we see both offlaners having a fantastic game so far. Lina is now top again. We have half a minute till the 10-minute bounty runs as well as the tomes. Lina having level 6 is gonna be a big deal. That's a lot of damage coming out suddenly. And Jay, he has 2 golems now. He's gonna stun the first time, stun the second time, and that's a dead Warlock. And that's a nice kill. Well played there with the golems, getting 2 stuns off. And this is a 2 for 2 bounty rune exchange this time. Dire realizing they didn't get, Radiant realizing they didn't get any at 5 minutes, so they got 2 now. And Death Prophet now pushing this lane while Big Titty Gardevoir already took the tower. And there is a Monkey King here, but he is a tree somewhere around here. Is it this one? Maybe, I don't know. They do find the Viper, and is Viper gonna be that Stampede used? And the double edge into another thrown stone. And there we have more golems for Jay. He has now 4 stuns right now, and he wants even more. We are 11 minutes in. Tomes are now going to be coming out. And we see now Jakiro being top here. He has his level 6 Ice Pass into Macropyre. Didn't land on anybody, but the rock from Semen landing on 2 heroes. Faceless Void already dead, but White Jewel Birch coming in, having an exorcism, getting 2-3 hero siphons. But is it enough damage? There's nobody else around here. Jay, is he gonna get the stun off? First stun, second stun, third clap. And that's a dead Warlock. But they did lose that Jakiro as well as the Faceless. Faceless, he is regretting his life choices right now, same as Monkey King. Both safe laners. That game has been rough so far. They need to recover. We see in the pool going to the jungle now, and Monkey King. He is still in lane, still waiting to get face boots. Ooh. He has 2 Wraith Bands now, so he has a good amount of health and stats. But they are coming for him again. And Warlock TP'd top. He TP'd to the shrine. He is... Monkey King is all alone. Does he realize he is getting gone on? And I missed a kill on onto the big TT Gardevoir. That's actually a huge deal. That was the one of the #1 networks. And there they see him. Ice Path in time. Yes, it is in time. They stopped the TP of Waft, and that's Waft dying once again in the pool, getting the kill. He is getting involved. Meanwhile, Centaur died trying to defend his top tower. He has a Crimson Guard already. Warsaw on the Viper still trying to finish Rod of Athos. Cement hoping for Arcane Boots as well as a Force Staff. Lina having Arcane Boots. Slinky, he is going for a Radiance. He is feeling his game. He is going Radiance build. We will see how this is going to work out. They did use Exorcism here to push this tier 2. I like this play. They are getting their carry in the pool involved and are getting him gold by pushing with him and having him farm the jungle from time to time right around it. So I'm a big fan of that. Meanwhile, Radiant is pushing mid, but Big TT Gardevoir already here. There is Stampede available, but no Exorcism. Exorcism down for 100 seconds. They are pincering in. There are multiple stuns available. Stampede onto the Viper. Stun. And there's a 3-man Chrono. Actually 6-man, including the 2 heroes from nice Ice Path from Hollywood. Hitting 2 heroes, and that's already Viper and Warlock dead. And Big TT Bo, he just wants to get the Knight to neutral creeps. Not happening. They are on the side of Chen. And that was a 6-man Chrono, 2 of his own teams, but it didn't matter because Jakiro was outside of it. Jakiro landing a beautiful Ice Path afterwards for a 2-man Ice Path onto Viper as well as Lina, making any follow-up from the Radiant side absolutely impossible. Waft, he is still in recovering mode. He gets something on the courier. What is it? It is his face boots. We are 15 minutes in. Your carry says, I finished my face boots. What's up, bruh? That's not what you want to hear. And Slinky, he is closing in on his relic. So, he has 6k net worth, but 3.5k of that at the moment is just dead gold. Radiant has to be careful what fight they take at the moment. Which fights they take. That's an interesting build by Warsaw, having Arcane Boots, then 2 Crowns, 2 Slippers of Agility, and the Serpent gets the rune. In terms of bounty runes, we see 2 for 2 exchange again. Radiant definitely feeling it that they probably did it at the beginning. And Big TT Boat simply TPing out. Warsaw is here. And he is gonna use his Viper Strike onto Chen. But Chen is simply gonna walk away. He has a Buckler, he has a Hand of God, and he has his creeps. His creeps using the ice armor. Well played there. Nice micro. Waft, he just needs to farm. He is going Echo Saber next. I like this. No Hand of Midas, no Radiance. Echo Saber. We have the relic now on Slinky. And he is 600 gold away from Radiance. And Big TT Gardevoir, he is going into a pipe. I like this choice. I like this choice. It is going to negate a lot of the of the Radiant's damage. And in the pool, he just got his Mithril Hammer delivered. No Midas for him, going straight Maelstrom. And Slinky is taking away his farm here in the jungle so far. So we have a 2k advantage, 16 minutes in. What does Gaben say? Gaben says nothing because I don't have Ld2l here. So fuck you, Gaben. Gaben, I don't listen to you. Don't listen to me, Gaben. I love you. Give me artifact. Give a new artifact. Hollywood. On a warding mission, it seems like simply going top. Where is he gonna put down his ward? He doesn't know yet. Simply trying to. Jay is closing in on a max, so the push that is gonna come out from Dire is gonna be pretty scary. Centaur has a Crimson Guard going for pipe now. Also already has some items here. Does he have the hood? He has the cloak. Soon the hood. And then a full pipe. Oh, he already has the Hood of Defiance. Right. I'm stupid. BC top here. Exorcism was used, Viper Strike, but he has a Yule Scepter. Nice Macro Pyre and Ice Path. And Viper is gonna go down first, followed by the Death Prophet. But there's a Chrono. Nice 2-man Ice Path again. Don't give this Jakiro to Hollywood. There is Wukong's command, but everybody is simply out of it. Already 2 heroes lost for the side of Radiant. Slinky, he wants... Oh, he doesn't want to die here. He nearly has his Radiance finished. Going down to 100 health. Getting the health from the Warlock. Nice ultimate there by Cement again. But it was just on to the Death Prophet. But we aren't done yet. Waft still wants to fight. Ice Path missing this time, zoning Ice Path. In the pool has his Maelstrom. There's a stun from Monkey King and everybody now disengaging. So it was a good fight for the Dire, but they did lose the Death Prophet as well as the Exorcism. Exorcism was committed. As well as like he has a Yule Scepter, trying to go into Axe next, and he is finding Lina here. This is gonna be another kill, and stun onto the Lina, another Siphon and another Crypt Swarm, and that is just a dead Lina. But there are 4 people rotating, and Slinky has his Radiance. Do they still want to fight against this? They find Hollywood on the backside. Are they gonna find more here? They are streaming forwards onto this Chen as well as the Death Prophet. Nice body block there by Jay. And White Joel Birch, he wants to fight this. Yule Scepter onto himself. 2 Siphons onto both carries. Silence onto the Viper. And they are going on to the Monkey King. Monkey King doesn't have ult. He is getting low. And Viper as well. Viper dying. Nice 3 hero stun. But it's just to disengage. Another stun onto the Centaur. Lina back from the grave. But there's the Stampede used. And there's not enough mana for the Exorcism. And the Laguna Blade. And the Dire has to retreat now. Being a bit low. Out of mana. They did get the Viper, but nothing else committed here for many people coming. Hollywood going now for a Spirit Vessel against this Bristleback, I assume. But it's not really kind of against Bristleback. I mean, to reduce the Monkey King lifesteal. That's what Hollywood is thinking. He says, Wafts can lifesteal himself to full health. I wanna prevent that. Good thinking. Cement going on for a warding vision alone with a smoke. I like this. Maybe don't need to for this for your own jungle, but if you go into the enemy jungle, then definitely want to smoke up. Centaur is coming mid. Waft still has to be careful. He is close to finishing up his Echo Saber. Top, they are gonna go onto this Death Prophet once again. Hand of God was being used. There's a Chrono only onto 1. in the pool, missing the Viper, but the stun from center is gonna rectify that. They are trying to focus onto this Bristleback, which is the tankiest target you could go on, especially from behind. And yeah, he's just gonna turn around and kill your Faceless. And there's a 3-man, 2-man ultimate onto Jakiro as well as Centaur. But Ld2l Birch coming back in with Exorcism. Everybody low on the side of Radiant. And this Exorcism is doing work here. And Viper is gonna die. Are they gonna die for this Bristleback? No, they've learned their lesson. In the pool had to die for them to learn their lesson, but they learned it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And Ld2l Birch simply using this to farm some more. He is closing in, only 750 gold away from his Aghanims. And we see in this fight, it was very close even though it was 2 versus 1, but in the pool, being further ahead than the Viper, giving a bit more gold. They did focus onto the Bristleback. And like from what I could see, it was onto the back of the Bristleback. That's not what you want to be doing. Bristleback, you need to hit him from the front.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Slinky feeling very strong. He has a full pipe now. Same as Big Titty Gardevoir, so both teams having that aura item. But Slinky going with the Radiant being very, very strong right now. He is 2k ahead of nearly everybody else in this game. Ld2l Birch pushing that lane down here. Centaur finishing up the creeps, the jungle creeps before Radiant can invade them. Jay has a mech now. He has a mech. His Hand of God keeping the Death Prophet alive at first. Really well played there. And they are going into the double bash. Big Titty Bow is like, what the fuck? That's not even skill. Silence onto the Lina. And that's a dead Lina. Big Titty Bow not having a good game so far. Having Ethelens, so in terms of farm, it's not too bad. Further ahead than any of the Dire supports. And they did get the tier 2 top for this in exchange, so that's good. It's a bit more map presence onto the Dire side of the jungle. Jay having a very interesting assortment of creeps. A Ghost Lady, a Harpy, a Golem, as well as a Centaur creep for the Cloak Aura. You want to stack those. You want to have 4 of those Cloak Aura creeps, which are the small, the potato, the small bears, or the small centaurs. 4 of those, your team takes 40% less magic damage. Do you think this is broken? I think so. That's why I love playing it. And Aghanim Scepter now finished for Ld2l Birch on the Death Prophet. Big Titty Gardevoir going for a Blink next on Centaur. In the pool, he is finishing up. He just finished up a BKB. He wants to fight. Waft, he has his Echo Saber. Cement, he has absolutely nothing. Poor guy, poor guy. And Slinky, he wants to go for an Actarine next. I would go for a Lotus Orb. Can dispel stuff. You need to dispel. You need a lot of dispel. Warsaw, he has finished a mechanism now. In the pool. Simply, they want this tower and they want it now. They are not going to glyph it, and they are getting this tower. 25 minutes in, the bounty runes here belong to Dire, but the ones down bottom belong to Radiant. So it's another 2-for-2 exchange. But they did smoke up and they are finding the Lina once again. Big Titty Bow getting caught out. There is TP in from the Slinky. And there is a Chrono onto the Bristleback. He's hitting him from the front. And he's into the Ice Path. And that's a dead Slinky. And they are moving forward in the pool. His BKB ran out. Beautiful 2-hero silence from Ld2l Birch. That's a dead Viper as well as a dead Lina. 3 heroes dead. Wafts, he can do nothing but walk away. But they are going in even further. There's still a tier 2 guys. But they do want this kill now. Buyback from the Viper. Are they gonna get this kill? No. Ultimate from Cement onto the Death Prophet. Death Prophet used her ultimate. It is on cooldown now. And they are simply walking out of the base unscathed. They still have Hand of God as well as mech. They don't even have creeps here to push this tower. And you see, they already used their ultimate. Beautiful, beautiful Ice Path onto Viper as well as Monkey King. And this Viper bought back. Nice stun there by Wafts to stop the stun from Center. And there we have a Wukong's command. But Viper is already dead. Monkey King might also just be dying. The mech, the sustain from Chen is just too much. And that's a dieback on the Viper, 1 minute without your position 2. Slinky is alive again. Him not having buyback there hurt them very, very much. In the pool, taunting away. And they are going high ground. Retaliate stacks as well as Exorcism off cooldown. And they are chunking away at this tower. Nothing that the Radiant can really do about it right now. And we see, are they gonna go for more? They could go for bottom. Nothing more though. Mid still has tier 2. Are they gonna go for shrines? I like this if they would go for shrines and then the tier 2. Mid. Yes, they are going for shrines, taking away that potential for Roche fight from Radiant.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And just like that, the game exploded and one lane of Rex is gone. That's what happens when you have a Chen. Chen, that sustain in the Wukong's command, it was a 5-hero Wukong's command. He has mech, he has Hand of God. He's like, be alright, bruh. And nobody died. I do feel there are damage issues on the side of Radiant without having the Slinky Bristle back. And he bought out, so he couldn't buy back, so he should really save for buyback from now on. See, now the game cooled down a little bit. I would wish for Radiant to make a smoke. Warsaw, let him finish up the Guardian Grease and then smoke together as 5. You have strong teamfight ultimates. Monkey King going for a Maelstrom. I do think he needs a BKB. Go BKB, you need a BKB, Waft. And Slinky still going for the Octarine Core. I would say the same, BKB. I know they have Chrono, I know Exorcism is physical damage, but BKB just allows you to fight better around these ice paths, because Hollywood, he has been hitting these ice paths. In the pool, he is going Mjolnir now, has the recipe on the Courier as well as the Hyperstone in his inventory. And we see White Joel Birch, he is going BKB. And that might just be the difference. Dire has BKB, Radiant doesn't. Who has the easier team fight? You can have good ultimates like Warlock's ultimate. If you don't have BKBs on your course, you make it so much harder. They already are struggling to kill people. Crimson Guard, Pipe of Insight, Vladimir's offering so much sustain off the side of Dire. That is what you have with the Chen as well as a Centaur who is building all of those items. They are getting rid of the Observer Ward. Chrono onto the Bristleback. He is hitting him from the side, and there's a nice pass, a little bit too early, but still. Silence onto the Bristleback. Bristleback taking lots of them in the pool, has to walk away. Beautiful ultimate by the Warlock, but Slinky dying once again. White Joel Birch, he is moving forward, he has Exorcism up, and that's 1 minute without your most farmed core. And that might just be the game. 5-hero killed, White Joel Birch with an ultra kill. Bristleback was very tanky, but just not tanky enough. They say screw tier 2s, they are going for tier 4s immediately. Being hit by this tier 3 the entire time, they do not give a fuck. They want to end this, and they want to end this game now, they say. And again, this is a best of 3, so nothing is over yet. But Redground